No resident band music today, just sound. Sound to address an issue of Mother India. Mother India of the brown origin of people. Be our own. A code in this realms that needs to be addressed. So here I am speaking on that for the realms. They need to understand at this point of debunk that they do not get to use V that is not their own, or they in return will get used. It is the universal law of this. So in Hindustan with Hanuman, as the pineal gland contributor in our bodies for our size of Ekankar, with the khanda and the symbol of B and B, basically what that means is your chest and your butt is gone and you'll be there like a pencil. So in order for that not to happen, just stay within your own faith, because India is a land of many. So Khalistan is its own, unless you want to convert and adopt your code to what that is. So learn and update, or remain of Hindustan with Hanuman applied, with Hanuman applied on all properties of energetics. Then there's Pakistan, the doorway to the Khan for the Middle East, which is its own brown sector, but it's a different brown sector of the northern desert region that is closer to Russia and Afghanistan. So there's Christian, Russian, and Islam all around that region. And as you stem, there's Khalistan, Punjab, from there Pakistan, Himalayan mountains, Afghanistan, then Russia, USSR. So that whole region, the old world. And then you stem to the other side, and there's ones that want to break off from USSR to be Ukraine, but it's a double-edged sword. It's like I could Ukraine myself and you my own K reign, but then my own be Ukraine used as well. So that is what it is in their means. But the true justice of Hanuman properties will be mustache and hair. So now that we know that, we can change the way that we are. All of this politics has really been fake and like charades for salesmen, for people that control military to control positions, to drug women, to what would you call that? Well, I don't think the right word for that is can be used. That has to be a word for that operation. There has to be another word for it, because they're bending all the good people's money, then using it against them to make them poor, to buy their children, to give them drugs that are clean, rather than the streets. That's their pitch. And then when they're in the state, then they get used. So the money for this, for their upkeep, and the people that are protecting them, why? For those sins, do you think Jesus would suffer for that? Do you think he would bleed for that? If so, present your case. I'm sure he would love to hear it. So basically in Hindustan, there's old timers that were threatening of 1980s events when their President Indira Gandhi to the enrage was shot by her security, which were members of Khalistan, and it was just injustices over a long period of time and a true recognition of we're different people and we have really not much to do with your plan of being used as your slave or bee because we're much stronger and bigger, plus black power and white power, both the Asian and the Oriental world, rising sun. Like, I'm not gonna say much more than that. It is not I that going to speak like you speak like me. Learn how to speak. Then we'll talk. Until then, you can get the depth of your heads. I'm doing lots of exfoliating. I need to heal myself. I got my beard coming in, and I got hairs underneath, and I gotta pull them out from under. So, naturally, this is what God makes me appear like in this form. But yeah, I'm very beautiful, but I can be real ugly too. Just saying. So Khan bumped out of Hindustan, Khalistan our own. Hindustan, Mother India, you deal with Gora. That's your thing now. Bollywood, Hollywood. Um, Russian Christians, Islam, Middle East, Iran, Afghanistan. Then there's Saudi Arabia with the other parts of the Middle East. Syria, there's Turkey that stands in between. They are going through their changes. And that stems up to European, as in United Kingdom and extensions of reduced currency from that island. South from there to the west, there's Africa. Africa consists of billions of people that have survived for before time and evolutions. It's very primal, barbaric, just as India is. Both are barbaric. That's why you have to be a warrior in the garden. And some of us really are with God's powers. It's not bragging, it's just lifetimes of devotional commitment to practice for soul victory, which means more than a degree and a job. But those things are good, but they do not define people. It defines us what we do, like in Batman Begins. That's what defines us. And this is what I'm doing. So basically those are the commands perfectly down the drain, back to the earth, and the cycle is replenished and changed from there as per our properties. If you have any questions, if your leadership doesn't know, or if you think that your realm overrides all realms, you're in for a rude awakening. I'm the link between all realms. I'm the sun's ray, samurai. Name, sounds. It's nothing personal. I'm an individual. I have nothing, nobody. This is my choice. Because this is a job that I was born to do. Do you see anybody else that has the capacity to do this? Probably some white guy. Like, are you whiter than me? Look at me. Are you whiter than me? Are you more white supremacy than me? Is this white supremacy? You tell me. Anyways, all realms on notice, told, and need updates. So military question what you're protecting for mankind. If you're just protecting places where drugs are produced for people to get their fuckery on, while money is stolen from the common man whom is out here building their lives for their families. There needs to be immediate change in leadership. These properties and these people need to take their loot and leave, while real leadership addresses the world and the directions we have to go to enhance our own properties in relation with boundaries to each other and respectability, while knowing that we are not above in such high places where humanity has been so low already. These projects have already killed people, and we're talking about things that are proper or politically correct. The part for that is long over. Now it's pretty much soul salvation, and whether you're gonna go this way, that way, or whichever way you're born to obey. Choose. Made my choice. I'm good. Very. And there's an acknowledgement to three cons of Bollywood. I haven't fought in a while, but they like to pretend and act like they're such good fighters on screen, and they like to play a Sikh, a Khalistan, or anybody in India region from Punjab. First, Amir Khan, I would welcome the Mortal Kombat challenge. We can use weapons if you want, or if you just want to do wrestling, then we can just do wrestling. If you tap out, I'll let go of the hold. Then there's Salman Khan, Mr. Nobility in India. Such fake acting that it's so pathetic. Years ago, he ran over people, made up a story that they're gonna go, those people were automatics of American Express. But what's to say Khan is the automatic in India? Khan is bumped out. Khan from Hindustan bump out, from Khalistan out. Pakistan and Khan can deal with each other, and Pakistan knows there's no support from Khan for Pakistan. So Pakistan bump out Khan back to Middle East, where he can have John Travolta and show him his hair carpet and have John Travolta take his back. grease lightning. It's electrifying. It's hypnotizing. Electrifying. New song, Paris Jackson, Band-Aid, was probably the highlight for a long time. Felt a lot of energy in that. Actually made a dance video about it. Enjoyed myself. The practice of all that yoga to be able to move in cosmic form of dancing in deep integration with one's own body is the highest form of intelligence. Because the body itself is much more dynamic than anything that man can create anyways. So integration with self and taking responsibility for self of what one becomes is a critical component of yoga. Yoga is in the direct line to supreme union with God's source energy, which is beyond man definition. Any religion is a direct experience. So that's what I'm about. I define myself as rank SSR because USSR and my initials are SSR. So rank SSR and my grade is P1 Hanzo. I'm Canadian, so I'm P1 Hanzo. I'm of Canadian grade Hanzo. That's not everybody in the world. You're not allowed to be the Hanzos. You have to be born into Canada, Canadian citizen for that. Otherwise, you're subject to your nation. I'm pretty, but we all do age as well. And I'm doing nothing special. I'm just sitting in the sun and reflecting light off myself. I'm like any other person, but I'm just making the choices that I have with all of my abilities to choose to do what feels like a light. Special effects budget, just this operating camera. Basically, any questions? I'm not hard to find, like Slice to all.